Alright, hey. Hello. Ooh, I look crazy. It's Lauren. This is day 13 or 14 of Suboxone withdrawal, and basically my physical symptoms are gone besides like night sweats, which is kind of something I had really before anyways, so I'm not sure if it's like related to my anxiety, and then just exacerbated by the Suboxone withdrawal. The biggest thing for me, which I've mentioned in other videos, is insomnia and anxiety, and most of the time when people talk about PAWS, which I've also mentioned, they mention that like depression and anxiety that can last for months to years after you've used. But my personal opinion about that is most of the time when somebody is a drug addict and abusing a drug and then put on Suboxone or anything else for maintenance, it's because they have an underlying anxiety or depression problem in the first place. And so really, pause in post-acute withdrawals, what you're experiencing is your brain coming back to life, and all your old emotions and anxieties and fears and things that you used to think about are going to come flooding back to you. And it's going to be really hard, and you're going to feel really anxious. So, I mean, I'm not like saying that it doesn't happen, because it does, but I just don't think that it is caused by what people think that it's caused by. And you hear so many horror stories, and like some people have commented on my videos like, I don't know what I'm talking about, and it's going to be way worse after 30 days and all this. First of all, this isn't the first time that I've detoxed off Suboxone, not the first time I've detoxed off of opiates. I know several other people that have gone through the same thing, and also read so many things online that aren't negative. A lot of the times, most of the negative posts and in videos are what get viewed the most because people are scared and they're freaking out. And in bad moments, they want to know that somebody else is feeling the same way that they are. And I think that's okay. Everybody has a little bit of anxiety. And if you're just sitting, especially during the first few weeks, like, oh my God, I've read all these awful things, like, I'm not going to be right for a year or 2 years, not everybody is the same. Granted, we're made of pretty much the same stuff, but our chemical compounds are not the same. Like, it depends on how active you are, it depends on your diet, it depends on just the makeup of your brain and so many other things. It depends on whether or not you exercise. I mean, I could just go on, like, but everybody's different, and if somebody wants to hate on you and be like, oh, you haven't experienced the worst of it yet, you know, like maybe you haven't, but just anticipating the fact that you might possibly feel worse is going to make you feel worse regardless. So you may as well try to stay positive while you can. It's really hard for me to be positive right now because of everything that's going on in my life, and I feel like a lot of times this is a similar situation for people because they kind of have a change of heart, maybe after a traumatic experience or something has changed in their life and they're just ready to change and move on and not be addicted to anything anymore, or physically dependent on it. And that may be true for me because I'm going through a divorce, and I've had several epiphanies lately because my mind has been a lot clearer, and I'm just really realizing a lot of stuff about myself and people that have been in my life, and yeah, it's eye-opening and it's really hard and really scary, but then also at the same time reassuring because I know that I can feel real emotions, which is great. Like, I don't care if I have to cry for a year to be able to laugh for the rest of my life, honestly. So I'm tearing up now, so I'm gonna stop and try and get some exercise. But yeah, again, like I say every time, if you guys are going through this, you're not the only person, and don't read all of the negative stories because it's just going to make you feel worse. If somebody says something shitty to you, ignore it. Just focus on how you feel, because nobody's the same and everybody goes through different things. So yeah, again, thanks for listening. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. I don't know. Have a nice day.